Now, one specific area in Southwest Florida is getting additional money pumped into it this year compared to the year prior. And we're going to talk about what that is, but this is about the overall market report. Stick to the end when we get into that specific information. So the market report this month is quite interesting. As you know, we are well into 2025. We have a lot of good information that is coming our way in terms of how the real estate market is reacting to the inauguration, how it's reacting to interest rates, how it's reacting to insurance, etc. And so we are going to dissect a lot of that information so that you can make amazing decisions when it comes to investing in real estate, whether it's for a primary residence, retirement home, or investment property. And you can figure out if it's a good time to potentially sell if that's what you're looking to do. So every month we dive into these details, and this is for all of Southwest Florida with Lee and Collier counties. Lee County, as you know, is Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Estero, Bonita Springs, Lehigh Acres. Collier County is basically Naples and Marco Island. This information is going to be year-over-year stats, and it is primarily related to single-family residences, and so let's jump right into it. Now, in Collier counties, we're looking at the closed sales to start year-over-year. We had 322 closed sales. That's down 2% year-over-year. Not a significant variation there. And then in Lee County, we had 1,011 properties that closed, and that was down 0%. So this is 1 month worth of data. So down, up, it stayed flat is what I'm attempting to say here. And so no big change there. So we didn't see a drop. We didn't see an increase. When it comes to the median price, this is where things get more interesting. The median price for a single family home in Collier County is $837,500, and that is up 5% year over year. So we saw appreciation in the market, and interestingly, that is up over what it was last month as well, as we were just under $800,000 last month. In Lee County, we're right at $400,000 as the median price of a single family home, and that is also flat. So no change there year over year, but the same holds true in that this number is higher than it was last month when it was just shy of $400,000. It was $395,000 last month. And so interestingly, we're seeing prices creep up a little bit. In terms of the headwinds that the market has faced, the fact that prices have stayed as stable as they have is quite impressive. Now, days on market, we're at 58 days in Collier County. That's up 18% year over year. And then we had 57 days on market in Lee County, and that's up 36%. So things are taking longer to sell in this market than they were last year, and they were longer the year before and longer the year before. So it is, certainly taking longer to sell property. The new listings on the market, we had 569 new listings in Collier County. That's up 28%. That's a big number, up 28%. And then in Lee County, where there are more homes, 1,793 new listings, and that's up 31%. So you can see the new listings coming on the market is up over 30% where it was last year at this same time. So we are putting additional inventory on the market. However, the prices are staying rather stable. It's quite interesting there. Pending inventory, we're at 440 in Collier County. That's down 2% year over year. And then in Lee County, we're at 1,051 pending, and that is down 12%. So slightly fewer pending in Lee County means that the future closings might be slightly lower as well. Now, when it comes to the month supply of inventory, this is a big talking point. So we have 8.7 months worth of inventory currently in Collier County, which is up 38% year over year. We have 7.3 months in Lee County, which is up 30% year over year. So with that amount of inventory, again, it is quite surprising that the housing prices have been so resilient to the market conditions. What we're seeing live in the MLS as of today is about 7 months worth of inventory. But interestingly, and we've talked about this in some of my previous videos, the level of inventory is increasing. So right now in all of Southwest Florida, there are approximately 22,000 properties available on the market. So there are options out there. But real estate is interesting because real estate is not necessarily a commodity where, this property is the exact same as this. It's not like buying gallons of milk where it's like, this one's the same as that one, because real estate is unique. So even though we have 22,000 properties available, that is a comfortable amount of inventory for the area. The question becomes, is the pace of sales keeping up with that? And right now, it is not quite keeping up with the inventory as it's being added into the market. So therefore, we'll have a scenario where the inventory level would increase, but keep in mind that we are going into our high selling season at the moment. So on the cusp of February, March, and April, that's when the majority of homes sell. And so we'll see what happens with with the amount of pendings, the velocity of the market, to see how that increases as time goes on. Now, here's what I wanted to talk about in terms of the dollar volume. So the dollar volume is how much money is being spent on real estate in any given county. And in Collier County, we're at $448 million, which is down 4%. So that's total volume, down 4%. Lee County, $601.3 million. Total dollar volume, and that is up 10%. That's a big deal. That is 10% more money that is being pumped into the local economy in Lee County year over year. So if people think that people are not purchasing real estate because they read the national headlines, that is not accurate. And what we are seeing now is we are seeing a scenario where the smart buyers are starting to know that they can negotiate. They know that they don't have to offer asking price. They know that they don't have to have competitive bids against multiple offers. They're not in that type of scenario. And so the smart sellers are pricing accordingly, and the smart buyers are doing a good job of negotiating terms that work for them. Real estate is a complicated process, and it's not just about price. There's a lot of other terms where a buyer in a buyer's market can work for themselves to get a favorable deal for themselves, is what I'm attempting to say. And so it's just something to think about from that perspective. I've also seen a slight sentiment change when it comes to condos. Condos have had the roughest time in Florida ever since we had the new regulations that came into place after the Champlain Tower collapse. And so that's been a real problem with assessments. That's been a real problem with getting the reserves up to speed, getting inspections on the condos. And so now that we're getting through that, I'm starting to see some buyers say, hey, maybe this is the time to get a good deal on a condo, and I'm seeing some great deals out there for sure. I was looking at one in particular in this condo building, and one not very high level condo, not upgraded, sold for $1 million about 1 year ago, a little over 1 year ago. Today, a very similar unit could be purchased for about $750,000, which is absolutely incredible that changed that much in the condo market in that period of time. But that absolutely is something that is feasible. Now, if you are looking to make a move here in Florida, my team and I would love to have the opportunity to speak with you. All of our contact information is below. And as always, if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel, that helps inspire me to make more videos like this for you. I appreciate you, and have a blessed day. Thanks so much.